The next element in this series that we're going to look at and demonstrate is sodium. And just like lithium, sodium is kept in a double or triple container. In this case, an outer plastic container with a plastic bag inside, and then a bottle filled with oil with the sodium in the oil. Note that this time the sodium is not floating, so it's more dense than the oil. So it shows that the density is increased. And as before, we take the top off and take out a small piece of the metal. As before, it's extremely important that you do not touch this with your fingers. And notice the size of the piece compared to the 20 pence. And even this is too large to put in one go. So before we demonstrate sodium, you would normally cut the piece with a knife, storing the bits that you're saving under a cover, and the piece that you're going to demonstrate can go on its own separate piece of tissue. Putting it in on a piece of tissue makes the reaction more effective as a demonstration. Also, before putting it into the water, we once again demonstrate that the water is neutral by putting in universal indicator paper. Now, here is where it's very important to use a fume cupboard. You should always watch out for that bit at the end. There can be quite a delay, and there's always a pop or a crack like that at the end. So don't think it's finished and lift this up. We do have splatters on the inside of the glass. If this was to go into somebody's eye, they would be blinded. The fume cupboard is very important. You can use a shield, an ordinary glass shield, but a fume cupboard is my recommendation every time. Again, we can demonstrate what's happened. The water is extremely alkaline, which is why they're alkaline metals, but the water is also caustic and potentially dangerous, and you need to take great care in disposing of it. One other point, if you're demonstrating this, is that sometimes when it splatters, unreacted sodium goes on the inside of the trough. So when you take it out, water can reach that sodium, if there's any there, and can result in a secondary minor explosion. So you do need to be aware of that.
This video was produced by Drew Kirk Productions.